Missed an episode of your favorite podcast? Choose from over a decade of content in our archives, not just the latest episode. All free at GCNlive.com.
This is your call to action. Get prepared, America. Economy, survival, energy, disasters. This is USAPrepares.com. Informative radio, educational radio. Interact now by emailing instructor@USAPrepares.com or text at 434-390-7953. Class, please take your seats. Now, your instructor, Vincent Finelli.
This is your captain, John Regan, sitting in for Vincent today. He's out working on his farm, getting things ready for the winter, so he'll have some happier cows. And I'd love to have a camera in the studio tomorrow when he gets back from being away from the microphone for over a week. Well, welcome to USAPrepares.com. Where converging threads are confronted daily. With us today, we have Dr. Richard Allen Miller. Good morning, Rick.
Good morning, John. Good morning. Sorry. A little more energy into that.
I hear things are really smoking in Oregon.
Well, pretty much. It's really kind of creepy to realize everything is a tinderbox. There are fires everywhere, and the air quality is such one has to actually wear a respirator. I was lucky when I worked at the Brit last week. It had blown away for that one evening, so that the musicians, and they had like 150 in the orchestra. It's a huge orchestra, possibly one of the best in the world. I've been to Vienna. I've been to Prague. I've never heard an orchestra as good as the one we have right here in Southern Oregon, truly. The lead, or the first violin, has been in the group as first violin for 28 years. And they come from all over the world. And then this next week will be closing night. Saturday night will be closing night. And then we'll be back into the usual with Chris Isaac and Pat Benatar. That's what I do in the summers. Kind of cool. But the smoke, the sun last night was red. You could look at the sun. It was that thick. Probably 150 particles, 150 particles per, I don't know. Verging on toxic. You need to wear a mask. That's Southern Oregon, up in the mountains. It's not even talking about what's going on in California.
And it was kind of surprising to me is the latest drought information came out this week. Thursday is when it's published, and there's no change.
No, it's actually far worse than anybody predicted or realized. And now there are evacuations going on in certain parts of California where municipalities cannot deliver water, and FEMA is not equipped to go to it. So, they're evacuating certain parts of California now because of that. Literally. It's that bad. Most people don't get it. We are in a change with Earth movement.
Yeah, and then to top it off, my understanding is the 20th century was abnormally wet for California.
Yes,
and they built up.
Yes and no. Yeah, yes and no. Yes, it was thanks to the Colorado River, which is now drying up also. So, it's kind of creepy. No snowpack. And here we are going into fall where there's just essentially nothing. Lake Mead and the dam there has bled almost down to nada. And Shasta Lake, all of them, there is no reservoir.
And then you had the EPA with that accidental release from, the abandoned gold mine.
Oh, yeah.
And that feeds into Colorado.
Extra, added benefit, just to punctuate everything and how bad it is. Yeah.
And I follow that path. It goes into the Colorado, which goes into Lake Powell, which eventually goes into Lake Mead.
There it is. And Lake Mead had a crack, and all the water leaked out from an earthquake. That is how it's going to play. And we are witnessing the end times. And it's slow. I posted last week an article about boiling the frog. The idea that you raise the temperature so slightly the frog doesn't notice until it's too late. And that is exactly what is happening on Earth. Basically, our temperatures in the ocean right now are above that which brought on the Jurassic end. So the epoch that we're going to enjoy will probably be much more damaging than the Jurassic one.
When we were on last week, you were getting ready to do an interview with Carrie Cassidy.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Just let people know that if they go to YouTube and search for Project Camelot, which is Carrie's site, that your interview is posted there.
So is yours with me on my website, right down at the bottom on the right on my website. John, I got a picture of you on my website and everything. There you are. Yeah, good, cool. Thank you.
I haven't had a chance to listen yet. It's on my list of things to do.
Yeah, never get to it kind of thing. Yeah, I know. Move on to the next thing. I try to live in the moment rather than in the past. I do listen to some of my older interviews trying to clean up my act and actually become a better presenter of information. I feel I'm very fortunate and lucky, the fan base I'm developing, people trust me, and I have a responsibility to try to do the right thing. I'm going to tomorrow be talking to David Weiss on his radio regarding the flat earth movers. And it's an interesting direction. Mostly all of it is distractions. Is the earth flat or, curved? Well, which universal model do you want to use? If you work with a holographic system, you have certain solutions on reality that are quite different than if you chose a quantum mechanical universe. And both are right, both are true, both have opposite, conflicting solutions. And that's why you choose one universe over another for the doors that you want opened and or closed. So if space is curved on a micro level, then of course the Earth could be mathematically proven to be flat. But there are other curved universe theories, like Roger Penrose, that would lead to NASA's recent picture from space of behind the moon, shooting the dark side of the moon, and showing everything is round out there, approximately, including asteroids that hit the Earth. So get a grip, guys. Is the Earth flat? Probably. And I'm sailing off it right now without a clue. I don't know. I do know that I will probably never know. And how does that work? Columbus and all the rest of it. I haven't got a clue. I don't get it. I don't get why these people, they have too much things to do on their time, I guess, to start this movement of the Earth being flat. Actually, if you want to know where it's going, most likely next century we will prove that the universe, our solar system, the Earth itself, and you particularly, are cavitating into the out of, which means there is a hollow Earth, and we're probably going to discover a different kind of doppelganger that the Germans used to believe in, and here we are at the end of times, running around like crazy. I don't understand it all. Donald Trump, get a grip. You know, the whole thing about elections is that they're leaving us with only one person to vote for. And I will not vote for Hillary Clinton. I would rather vote for Donald Duck or Howard the Duck or someone. This is crazy. It's crazy. And it's done with intent because, like Jimmy Carter said, Washington, D.C. is for sale. And these guys, they work for us. They don't work for that. What they have done is made our public so fearful of what's going to happen when the dollar crashes that we have essentially empowered them with our fear. And it's time to exercise your personal right at voting. And I will not have anything to do with the Republicans. That's ridiculous. And the Democrats, it's a shill. And so where do we go? Ron Paul? That's crazy. You know, I remember a time when there were statesmen and the president was supposed to represent our best and finest. What happened to that concept? There it is. That's it. I don't get it. And it isn't that I'm not going to vote. I will vote. But it certainly isn't going to be for a Republican or a Democrat. And, you know, you're fired. Get a grip. That man is nuts. And Hillary Clinton is pure evil. And so, yeah, you know, he's got a track record. There it is. You vote for her, and you get what you get. Now where do we go?
You know,
yeah.
I was just a captain in the basement of the Pentagon, and if I'd taken this above top secret information home with me, I'd be talking to you from Leavenworth.
There she is. There she is. And so there it is. And there it all is. Read it and weep and make your own decisions on what you think is a reasonable and just direction for the good ship Lollipop. This isn't Kansas anymore, Toto. And we have a problem. You know, NASA and Mission Control, we have a problem. And it is the truth of it. And the problem is, most of us, me, will probably never know the real truth of things.
It's John Regan.
I know I'm not going to know. My pay grade doesn't get me into that place. How about yours?
Yeah, we'll be back after this break.
How many of you want to learn how to dig up bugs, worms, and raise crickets for food? Do you prefer to eat them dried and crunchy or while still alive? Well, you won't have to if you can defend your food supply from predators. You may want to get an AR-15 kit from guns80.com and build your own AR-15 rifle from a kit. If you can legally own a rifle, you can purchase this AR-15 kit. If you're handy, you can complete the rifle in about an hour. The kit comes with all the parts you're going to need to build your rifle, but you'll need a drill press. And survivalists need one anyway. The Guns80.com team purchased the same used floor-standing drill press that I have for $100. You can too. And when you're finished, you'll have a paperwork-free AR-15 rifle, a drill press, drill bits, and the knowledge to maintain your AR-15 rifle, all for less than you expect. So if you want a paperwork-free AR-15 parts kit like mine, visit Guns80.com, Guns80.com, and let the unprepared have our share of the bugs.
Sciatica, lower back pain, hip pain, poor posture. If you suffer from any of these problems, get ready to relax. Introducing an amazing product that's been in the market for over 25 years, the Sacro Wedgie. It was invented by a football coach using a common sense osteopath technique. He created this device to help his athletes by isolating and supporting the sacrum, which is the keystone of our anatomy. This wedge-shaped bone is in the center of our hips, where a lot of pain starts. Simply relax 20 minutes daily on the amazingly simple Sacro Wedgie and let gravity do the work, helping muscles rebalance and start releasing nerves. Sit in the Sacro Wedgie at the computer or while traveling to help correct posture to finally help relieve aches and pains for only $33.95. It's made in the USA, so click the family-owned website at sacrowedgie.com, spelled SACROWEDGY.com, or call 1-800-737-9295. That's 1-800-737-9295. Relax your back pain away with the Sacro Wedgie.
Don't complain about your cable bill going up and up and up. Do something about it. Grab a pencil and jot down this special number, 1-855-905-MY-TV. The more cable TV rates go up, the better digital satellite TV looks. Say goodbye to the cable guy and get more of your favorite channels in 100% digital quality for less money. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. Sign up for packages starting as low as $19.99, and there's no equipment to buy. You get free HD TV upgrade, a free DVR upgrade, and free professional installation. You control what you watch when you watch it. Record your favorite shows, pause and rewind live TV, even skip the commercials. Watch local channels too. At just $19.99, what are you waiting for? Pull out your major credit or debit card. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV. Say goodbye to the cable guy. Cut costs and get more. 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV.
Healthy, organic, fresh fish, robust, mouth-watering vegetables, all from your home. It's called aquaponics. This brilliant, self-sustaining protein and veggie system is perfect for year-round growing. Know exactly where your food is coming from. Aquaponicssource.com is the one-stop shop for all your needs. Fish, fish food, plumbing, full systems, classes, and more. Learn to build your own system. Go to aquaponicssource.com for a free guide to aquaponics. That's aquaponicssource.com.
This is Dan Pilla. Do you owe the IRS money you can't pay? Are tax debts crippling you? I've defended people from the IRS for over 30 years. I've helped thousands, and I can help you too. I wrote the book on IRS settlement, and I'm telling you, there's no such thing as a hopeless case. Call 800-34-NO-TAX to finally get free of IRS debt. With the IRS's new programs, there's never been a better time to solve your problem. Call 800-34-NO-TAX. That's 800-34-NO-TAX, or my website, danpilla.com.
This is John Regan at the controls today. Vincent is going to be back with us tomorrow. He's doing some of that necessary work around the farm. We have Dr. Richard Allen Miller with us today. And, you know, Rick, you just mentioned NASA, and there's been a lot of space-related items I've seen lately. And one that I just saw last night appeared in the Daily Mail, where Dr. Edgar Mitchell says that UFOs shot down missiles in White Sands. I was wondering what you thought of that.
And so I've met him, and 69, and so I have a sense of what he's trying to do, which is not exactly what he says. And Ed is a really interesting person, and I think he was in IONS up in Chicago last week or so. I think they did a big conference up there. I don't know what to think about aliens. I've had some personal events occur in my life that have led me to absolutely believe and realize that there is something else going on here. I'm not certain that aliens, as we understand them, are from another place. It may not even work like that based on our ideas of a flat earth and curved space and whatever. But I do know that I don't know. And I have seen artifacts. I have studied things that are obviously not from any of our current technologies. Whether they came from previous epoch technologies, like sound and dance and things like that, I don't know. What I do know is there is something else going on here, and why I am a true satsangi, a truth seeker. I don't know, and I'm going to always question, even myself. When I think I've got the answers, boy, that's when I actually have to take a closer look at myself, because why would I want to do that when I know I don't really know? It's a type of security that is part held with belief systems that are comfortable and will limit the possibilities. This physical plane isn't real, and I know that now. And what I know is that it is basically illusion, and that we will probably never actually experience reality in the sense of our senses. It's something that happens internally. Has nothing to do with the external. And that's one of the reasons my direction is how to change the movie just with the evolution of consciousness. That's what I'm trying to do now. Literally go to another place where I see the universe through different colored eyes than my current vision.
Before we go down too many rabbit holes,
Look at this big pause.
let me give out your
I'm sorry. Big pause.
the Wesley rabbit holes. We'll give out your website. That's richardallenmiller.com, ALAN. And you also have a GoFundMe page out there right now to help.
It's unbelievable what's happening with that. Yeah, GoFundMe.com / and my name, Richard Allen Miller / We'll take you there. For those of you that have participated on that, I cannot begin to thank you enough. The Potential of Herbs is a cash crop that went out of print last month, is now ready to go to press because of you guys. And 2 more of the encyclopedias are being prepped as we speak. I'm going to try to put those as ebooks so that my encyclopedia becomes essentially a free set of books, cheap, $2.50, whatever, that allow me to advertise my real stuff. I hate Amazon. I hate what they represent and how they treat small publishers. I think it's abominable. And most public doesn't even know that they're worse than Walmart. They're bigger than Walmart. They're worse than Walmart. And they are essentially trying to take over markets in a variety of areas, especially in books and Kindle and whatever. But the idea of a book, I still like to feel my pages. I'm going to do electronic books. It's just, it costs almost as much to produce an electronic
and we'll be back
book.
after this message.
Healthy, organic, fresh fish, robust, mouth-watering vegetables, all from your home. It's called aquaponics. This brilliant, self-sustaining protein and veggie system is perfect for year-round growing. Know exactly where your food is coming from. Aquaponicssource.com is the one-stop shop for all your needs. Fish, fish food, plumbing, full systems, classes, and more. Learn to build your own system. Go to aquaponicssource.com for a free guide to aquaponics. That's aquaponicssource.com.
If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS or state in back taxes, you know they'll never stop coming after you. With bank levies, wage garnishments, they'll even seize your home or business. The good news? A government program for tax debt forgiveness. It's called the Fresh Start Initiative.
I'm Paul Sibley with U.S. Tax Shield. We can help navigate the new laws, get you protected, and resolve your tax issues permanently.
Call the experts at U.S. Tax Shield now for your free consultation and get a guaranteed quote to resolve your case. Call 800-436-6451. That's 800-436-6451.
Do you have difficulty taking supplements? Are you searching for a high-quality, complete nutritional drink that your whole family will love? NutriMedical's Life Support has arrived. All of your daily nutritional requirements in one quick, delicious drink. Dr. Bill Deagle's Life Support is a proprietary blend of vegan protein, activated vitamins, essential minerals, amino acids, probiotics, green tea, digestive enzymes, anti-inflammatories, cancer prevention, detoxification, and much more. Your body will high-five you for this one. Life Support is the best complete nutritious meal replacement on the market. Whether you are an elite athlete, have post-operative challenges, chronic illness, elderly, or a family that just wants a quick, delicious drink, try Dr. Bill Deagle's Life Support for optimized nutrition in one great tasting smoothie. Just add cold water, almond milk, fruit, or anything else you like. NutriMedical's Life Support. Try our great tasting chocolate or vanilla today. Call 888-212-8871 or visit us online at NutriMedical.com. NutriMedical.com for the whole family.
We are a survival company. We manufacture our own line of Level 3 and Level 3A body armor. We proudly make our armor 100% in America. We have the best prices in the nation, about $125 cheaper than our nearest competitor. All lab certified, for thou art my rock and my fortress. Psalm 31:3. We are Fortress Survival LLC.com.
Everyone says or does something silly once in a while. Even very smart, very accomplished people. It's part of being human. A quote taken out of context, a legal problem, an unfortunate photograph. Once that embarrassing thing is on the internet, it can spread like a terrible rash because people love to dig up dirt, even when it's not real dirt. Put it to rest. Call for a free expert analysis today from Reputation.com. It only takes 30 seconds. 800-831-0771. Businesses, public figures, and professionals turn to Reputation.com for good reason. We protect your online image by helping make sure that when people search for you or your business, they find the most current, accurate information possible. Reputation.com, because word travels fast. Learn more about what the experts at Reputation.com can do for you. Call for a free analysis today. 800-831-0771. That's 800-831-0771. Everyone says or does something silly once in a while, but once that embarrassing thing is on the internet, it can spread like a terrible rash. Put it to rest. Get a free expert analysis today from Reputation.com. It only takes 30 seconds. 800-831-0771. We protect your online image by helping to make sure that when people search for you or your business, they find the most current, accurate information possible. Reputation.com, because word travels fast. Call for a free analysis today. 800-831-0771. That's 800-831-0771.
Are you tired of commuting to a job that makes someone else rich? Working harder than ever, but getting nowhere? Do you hate spending hundreds of dollars every week on daycare? Having someone else raise your children? With our opportunities, you can start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss, work from home, and live a happier life. At Be the Boss Network, you'll find hundreds of work-from-home opportunities that you can literally start today and be earning money as soon as next week. Go to freedom106.com and start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss. Get out of the rat race. Work from home. Go to freedom106.com right now and change your life today. That's freedom106.com. Go to freedom106.com and start earning money as soon as next week. You be the boss. Go to freedom106.com.
This is John Regan sitting in for Vincent today. We have Dr. Richard Allen Miller. We were talking about books and Amazon. And I don't know if you saw the article where Amazon has found a new way to pay authors less, that they will start paying authors based on the number of pages that somebody reads.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy, especially if it's a graduate text with vocabulary that the general public can't. What kind of reward return does that say? You know, Shakespeare. How many people are going to read Shakespeare? There it is.
Yeah.
That's how it works. Amazon at their very finest. I want everybody to understand that it's kind of like stopping the teaching of cursive in grade school. Why would they do that? And what does that say to the education of kids? You know, paying someone on how many people read a page, I will probably stare at a naked woman longer than I will a Rubik's Cube. Does that mean the naked woman gets more money? And what kind of value does that develop in 3 generations of gawking? There it is. Values aside, Amazon is out for itself. And TNA, you can count on it.
Well, at least not all the big companies are having their way. Monsanto's actually losing a few battles now.
That's right. It is happening. Don't worry. Hydra has 8 heads. So, about the time Monsanto crash and burns, it will be Cargill or, a related Hydra head. It will. It'll work like that. No problem. We need to send one off on the good old cross. We'll sacrifice Monsanto, and everybody will feel like they won a victory while we give up our pistols.
I had a couple of other articles that had come out within like a week of each other last month. One was about, they call it the impossible rocket drive. That's likened to the impulse from Star Trek. And then another one out of Omaha where a physicist is working on warp drive. So it was like Star Trek week last month.
One of these warp. That's something out of Mad Magazine. Warped. I'll tell you, when you start talking about flat Earth and warp drives, I have to go back to what the heck is going on here, man? How about what's going on with our weather? And what about Fukushima? And some of these things that should be talked about in mainstream every day until they're corrected. Mainstream isn't doing it. Why is that?
Well, we've got plenty of other distractions out there, like, guys that want to be girls.
Bruce Jenner. I don't get that one at all, man. I just never understood that one at all. It's, there it is. Another anomaly, just like Hillary Clinton, or worse, Obama's wife. I don't know. I don't know what that all means. I do know that the whole concept of pedophilia, of all of these kinds of creepy things that are in our society today, are learned behavior. The children learn it from the parents. And that's where it all starts. Everything starts there. And with the breakdown of the family, the school systems are inequipped to address these issues. It's not their purpose, not their, it's not what they're supposed to be doing.
And especially with all the immigration going on, it's put the teachers in an impossible situation. It's right here in Dallas. Yes, there's a large contingent of Spanish-speaking students, but there's dozens of languages in the Dallas ISD, and it's impossible to cover all of those.
It's impossible and shouldn't have happened in the first place. That's when my generation, they invented a language called Esperanto. What happened to that concept? That's about the time of Nikita Khrushchev and all of that kind of, shoe banging on the United Nations floor. All of it was staged and drama and Hollywood production. We've been led down this line. It's time for each of us to take back personal control of our life. And good luck voting at the polls. Republicans and Democrats. It's nuts. None of these people represent what I would consider the finest and highest quality of statesmen out of the United States. Nothing is happening there. I don't feel good about any of these voters. It's sort of like I'm going to vote against someone, not for someone. That's wrong. That's what's wrong with America. Where are the true statesmen? Doesn't mean he has to be right. Barry Goldwater, whatever. Arthur Dulles. Some of these other people I remember in my history that had reputations for being outspoken and trying to say their truth. Didn't mean it's right, but I don't see anything like that anymore. Certainly Hillary Clinton is the worst representation of that kind of honesty available. And with Donald Trump, get a grip.
Go back to the Reagan administration. You may not have agreed with Reagan, but one, you knew where he stood, and people were respectful. He worked with a Democratic Congress, and it's not that things were great back then, but compared to today, it's like those guys were choir boys.
In that sense, you're probably correct. And probably our last true, real president was Harry Truman. When Reagan said, "You've seen one redwood, you've seen them all," it was sort of like when the Knights Templar looked down on this quiet, sleeping village, and he said to his troops, "Kill them all, let God sort out his own." That's essentially what's going on right now. The baby with the bathwater.
Yeah, I remember I heard the story where Reagan said he would not have Bush as his vice president.
Yeah,
and
I'll go figure.
And next thing you know, Bush is the VP nominee. Yeah. And just to cover a little bit of history, it was just a couple of months into Reagan's presidency when there was the assassination attempt, because Bush could not have won that election, but we could have very easily had Bush as president at that time. And another thing that happened is, up until that point, the vice president was somebody you basically sent off to attend state funerals. That he didn't really have any power. But once Bush got in there, the vice presidency started taking on a lot of projects. And
I remember when Lyndon Baines Johnson did the same thing to the Kennedy boys. And, I have to say that we have a history of a bunch of BS going on. And how do we start cleaning that kind of mess up? Well, you start at home, and the people that are representing you in Washington, D.C. And when Jimmy Carter comes out in ARP magazine saying that Washington's for sale, where can you go with that?
I wonder if we could raise some money by having a politician lottery, where you put in a couple of bucks and see if you can win a politician.
I don't know how that's going to all work. I'm voting for Donald Duck.
I wanted to, while I was on with you, get your thoughts about, there's a lot of information on the internet about the secret space program. And, that gets into some strange things too. And
I don't know much about that. I had dinner with Carol Rosen at my home last weekend, and I talked to her a little bit about what she knows and the space program as it is. And I can tell you her view was nothing that we're being told is real, that we don't have Star Wars weapons, according to Carol Rosen, that everything is still done from Earth using satellites. We don't have a big gun in space. Now, I have a big gun on the hill we have a rail gun up there, and I know what that can do at 2,000 yards. So, accuracy. I don't know what space has got, but I can tell you that the tomography that we have in the bunker that's here locally, you can actually look at the color of her eyes. You see an attractive woman on Earth, and you can beam right straight down and have the resolution to determine the color of the eye. I was watching Hawaii 5-0, where they had a camera, and the guy accidentally put his finger up next to the camera, and they got a fingerprint. They could identify who he was, just like that. There's all kinds of optics now that are doing incredible discovery in terms of what they can pick up and the resolution of it. And I don't think people realize how accurate our optic systems are now, where you can actually, from space, determine the color of someone's eye on Earth.
This is John Regan with Dr. Richard Allen Miller. We'll be back in a few minutes.
By now, you know that USAPrepares.com is your source for water filtration systems. Here at the farm, we use our water filtration system for drinking, cooking, and for our cats and dogs. Which brand are we using? Well, that would be the ProPure system, because it filters out pathogens, microbes, chlorine, and fluoride. Multiple sources indicate that fluoride is responsible for lowering our IQs by 5%. Now, how many of you would like to sign up for a lower IQ? USAPrepares.com offers ProPure water filtration system and accessories at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate. We buy them by the pallet loads and pass the savings on to you. And if you're outside of Missouri, there's no sales tax. And if this appeals to you, visit USAPrepares.com. That's USAPrepares.com. You can order online, and we have the ProPure water filtration systems in stock, ready to ship. USAPrepares.com. ProPure water filtration systems at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate.
Affordable health insurance was the promise of Obamacare, but for many, the government mandate caused more problems than it solved. And I want to tell you about a truly affordable alternative, Liberty HealthShare. Liberty HealthShare bypasses doctor and hospital panels, giving you the freedom to choose. 100% coverage up to $1 million per year per occurrence, includes dental, vision, pharmacy, and holistic care. Call 1-800-714-6993. 1-800-714-6993. 1-800-714-6993 today.
Now, a twice as nice Twin Kit special offer from Complete H2O Minerals for all GCN listeners. Get a Complete H2O Minerals Twin Kit with 33 different minerals, vitamins, and amino acids all in a liquid form. Enough for 2 people for 1 month. Regular price $89.95, but now Complete H2O Minerals is offering the Twin Kit for $69.95. And all GCN listeners receive a bonus 16-ounce bottle of Ionic Silver absolutely free with free shipping. A $120 total value. Hurry, limited time offer. Call 803-794-4767 or click CompleteH2OMinerals.com.
Mike Stenerson from Midas Resources. At no time in history have precious metals been more important, certainly not in my 22 years in the industry. The dollar has lost over 90% of its value in the last 60 years. No fiat currency has ever survived the government printing presses. Ours is not immune. The time is now to be proactive. 1-800-686-2237, extension 116. Anything tied to the dollar is at risk. CDs, annuities, 401ks, IRAs, stocks, bonds, you name it, so decide. Do you want to leave a legacy of wealth or debt for your family? The choice is yours. Call me at 1-800-686-2237, extension 116. That's 1-800-686-2237, extension 116. Be proactive, not reactive. Call 1-800-686-2237, extension 116.
Hi, this is Ted Anderson. Have you ever wondered why banks, stockbrokers, investment advisors won't talk about gold IRAs? They've been available since 1986, yet the financial industry won't recognize the value of gold for your retirement. Gold has outperformed paper investments, yet no word about IRAs. If you would like to have gold for your retirement, call 800-686-2237. Don't get left behind by rising inflation and low returns. Call 800-686-2237. Secure your future and call 1-800-686-2237.
Okay, honey, I have to ask, and be honest here. Have you been taking a little blue pill? Because things have been pretty good in the bedroom lately.
No, I swear.
You didn't pick anything up at the Pharmacia last month in Cancun?
No.
Well, something's different.
I have been taking that heart and body extract you bought me.
But that's for your heart and to control your cholesterol.
Well, I read HB extract also promotes healthy prostate function.
I never guessed it would work this well,
But you're glad it did.
Oh, yeah.
Heart and Body Extract is a 100% organic formula that promotes a strong heart, healthy arterial flow, better circulation, improves erectile and prostate gland function, and provides youthful energy, strength, and stamina. Find out more at heartandbodyextract.com. Heart and Body Extract paired with healthy heart choices is a winning combination. Call toll-free to order or for free information. 1-866-295-5305. 1-866-295-5305. We've been patiently waiting while you tried to ignore us, waiting while you acted like we didn't exist, waiting for our chance to be taken seriously. The wait is over. GCN is available 24/7 at GCNlive.com. Navigate through news from your favorite hosts and download archives of past shows. Download the app on your smartphone or tablet or visit GCNlive.com for instant access and live streaming. GCNlive.com, the future of talk radio, now at your fingertips.
This is John Regan, taking care of the show for Vincent while he's mending fences and getting things ready for the cows for this winter. My website is thefinancialstateoftheunion.com. Dr. Miller's website is richardallan, ALAN, Miller.com. And I know both of those are pretty long to type in. So if you want, you can go to usaprepares.com. That's usaprepares.com. Click on the instructor link, and you'll find links to our website there, so you don't have to worry about typing in a long string of characters correctly. Well, Rick, what else do you have on your plate?
Oh, you don't want to know. Egg on my face. I don't know. There's all kinds of things that I'm really upset about, and there's nothing I can do about it. I think the Democratic and Republican parties are Exhibit A, and why things like Fukushima and geoengineering continue without any kind of due diligence. And right now there is a huge meeting this weekend down in Reading with John B. Wells and Dane Wigington. Groups of my friends are going down. I was supposed to go down, but I have to work at the Brit, and so here I am. However, there is this meeting going on in Reading, and it would be wonderful if there were thousands of people there. And if I could get that, encourage you to go there, at least we can start some grassroots movements against this creepy management of our government. And I don't know, I don't have the answer. I'm a single person, and, struggling just like everybody else.
And unfortunately, it's not just here. We had Japan restart a nuclear reactor this week.
Oh, man, why?
Out of anybody, they should know what the dangers are.
Well, it isn't they. Who's they that turned the switch on in the first place? That's the part I want to know about. Those are the kinds of people we need to get their names in front of the public so that there's a judgment made on them. It's always they. It's not like an individual name. And that's what would be really lovely if some of you out there want to vet some of that out so that we start naming names like Hillary Clinton, etc. This is wrong. Wrong. Absolutely wrong. Not the America I signed up to serve and protect.
Yeah, it's like you hear the news items, the White House says or the Pentagon says, buildings don't talk. Somebody put that together.
Yeah. There it is. And got away with it, too, probably.
We're at this time where we should be turning the switches off so there's time for all those reactor cores to cool down. Because, it looks like we're kind of on a race, whether we're going to have a war or an eruption from the sun first.
The whole thing's about money. That's all it's about. And money is about to hit a brick wall, and we're going to go just like Venezuela and San Salvador and the other Latin American countries now that the government is taking over their food production. That is going to kill a lot of people.
Hey, it worked well for Russia. How many millions did they starve out?
Well, I think that the real message there is how against GMOs they are, that they would rather starve than eat that kind of food. That's another way to look at it. John, I've lost your voice. There it is.
We're going into break.
How many of you want to learn how to dig up bugs, worms, and raise crickets for food? Do you prefer to eat them dried and crunchy or while still alive? Well, you won't have to if you can defend your food supply from predators. You may want to get an AR-15 kit from guns80.com and build your own AR-15 rifle from a kit. If you can legally own a rifle, you can purchase this AR-15 kit. If you're handy, you can complete the rifle in about an hour. The kit comes with all the parts you're going to need to build your rifle, but you'll need a drill press. And survivalists need one anyway. The Guns80.com team purchased the same used floor-standing drill press that I have for $100. You can too. And when you're finished, you'll have a paperwork-free AR-15 rifle, a drill press, drill bits, and the knowledge to maintain your AR-15 rifle, all for less than you expect. So if you want a paperwork-free AR-15 parts kit like mine, visit guns80.com, guns80.com, and let the unprepared have our share of the bugs.
Hi, this is Walt Augustinowicz. I'm the founder and CEO of ID Stronghold. By now you've heard our commercials about wallets that protect you from electronic pickpocketing. 10 years ago, I created a way to protect my own cards from prying eyes after government officials started talking about issuing a national ID card with a built-in radio chip called RFID. I felt having to broadcast my personal information was an invasion of privacy. Soon after, it was also announced that credit cards, debit cards, U.S. passports, hotel room keys, and even transit passes would all soon incorporate RFID. It was then I formed ID Stronghold to share my inventions in blocking RFID signals with the world. There are a lot of misconceptions out there today about RFID. I encourage everyone to get informed and get protected. Please go to idstronghold.com and get the facts and the wallet, sleeves, or badge holders you need to protect your personal financial data. You'll be pleasantly surprised that through our direct sales model, you won't pay more than other comparable unprotected wallets. It is as though the protection is free. Visit idstronghold.com today.
Are you excited about the World Wide Web? Do you want a place where you can share your ideas and express yourself? Well, dial up your modems and stream on down to the GCN Live Community Forum. Lots of radical features await you there.
Wow, Internet guy, I'm so glad I went to the GCN Live Community Forum.
You too can discover why the World Wide Web is awesome. Just go to gcnlive.com/forum. That's gcnlive.com/forum. I'll see you in cyberspace. Friend GCN Live on Diaspora and Cross.tv.
Affordable health insurance was the promise of Obamacare, but for many, the government mandate caused more problems than it solved. And I want to tell you about a truly affordable alternative, Liberty HealthShare. Liberty HealthShare bypasses doctor and hospital panels, giving you the freedom to choose. 100% coverage up to $1 million per year per occurrence, who includes dental, vision, pharmacy, and holistic care. Call 1-800-714-6993. 1-800-714-6993. 1-800-714-6993 today.
Welcome to hour number 2 of USA Prepares. This is John Regan. Last day sitting in as host for Vincent. He'll be back tomorrow for Friday, and then I'll be back on Monday as a guest. We have Dr. Richard Allen Miller. We were talking a bit about money before the break, and then during the news, I talked about how China's devalued the yuan for the third straight day. And this currency war that's currently going on is rather disturbing. And for somebody like me that's had, the military training, watching what's going on with that, combined with the drought, which is causing food supply problems, and the demographic problems in places like China, where the one-child policy has led to having a whole lot of men over there with nothing to do because they can't get a wife. It's looks like it's kind of building up a perfect storm. Rick?
The lost children of China. There it is. Birth control didn't work. Threats of death penalty didn't work. What do you think's going to work? Geoengineering in Fukushima? Probably. I don't know how this is all going to play. I can tell you everything is slowly out of control, and that mostly nobody gets it yet. All you have to do is look at what's happening in Venezuela right now with the loss of their dollar. The only currency they have right now is that black market. And that's it. And the government has taken over all the farms for food production. How do you think that's going to work? With bureaucracy trying to manage things that they couldn't do with money. It's going to get worse. And what is happening in Venezuela is a beta test for United States and why FEMA and other forms of Jade Helm are deploying right now. The Jade Helm 15 project right now is to test out software on Jade 2.0. And if that works, then everybody's going to get a little colored dot on their mailbox because they will know what you do before you even do. That's how accurate the new profiling is and the computer software that the Jade Helm 15 exercise is all about. And it's the way it's going down, it's like Minority Report. And watch where that movie went.
Yeah, I've done a report on quantum computers and artificial intelligence, and it is it's stunning what they've done, and deeply disturbing.
Well, yeah, it's like Skynet in the movies, and here we are, man versus machine. Not that we're cooperating with each other, but that one is now moving outside space-time and knows in space-time what you're going to do before you do. That is one of the reasons why man now needs more than ever to raise his consciousness to such an extent that he can distinguish the distinctive difference between intent and purpose. And while they are the same at our level of consciousness right now, they are different. And Jade Helm, Jade 2 software can only do intent, not purpose. That is why we, all of us, now need to beginning to go internal and discover, our latent, more advanced forms of awareness. They're not going to be out there with a computer. They're going to be internally. And that's where the difference between Skynet and man is separates.
And one of the articles I'm going to have upcoming in the next few weeks has a transcript of a discussion between, I think this was in Google, between one of their engineers and one of the AIs. And the artificial intelligence was actually getting a little perturbed, talking to this lower life form that we know as a human.
There you go. It's going to go downhill from there. Remember, what made us God's favored over all of it was the fact that we had choice. There it is. It's time to exercise that divine right.
And we need to make sure we make the right choices.
Well, here's the deal. In that regard, when you do it from the inside, you can't make a mistake even when you do, because it is growth promoting and self-correcting, and it's like a servo mechanism where you have a feedback from the external world feeding back and helping you find the true and distinction between what you actually end up doing at the end of the day and what you absolutely, purposefully meant to have happen from a previous level of consciousness. This isn't real here, which means at the end of the day, evaluation of what happened is also not real. And from that point of view, that's where they come in with arguments about timelines. And the computer is only a machine. It does not have that extra thing called the soul, per se. There it is. It's time to start moving your consciousness towards something important. And it has nothing to do with the physical plane, money, or war. Those are basic distractions that hold you locked like a knot in the physical plane. Physical isn't real. It is a filter of something that is.
And with all the constraints that have been placed on us, it actually forces us to pay more attention to those things that we really should be paying less attention to.
So there it is. Fear is the first enemy of man. If you're fearful about money, they have control of you. If you're not fearful, it will happen. If they put you in jail, you'd still have toilet paper. There are things people need, and there are things people want. It's important to make a distinction between those things. In fact, I posted something on Facebook that the perfect society is when you're put in jail. That's when you have everything you need. There it is. We create our own prisons. Oh, yes. And we make it a business while we're doing it. Make it profitable.
Never let a good crisis go to waste.
That's exactly correct.
Well,
where can you go with that one, John? That pretty much sums up the rest of my day. I don't know. I really appreciate the feedback that I'm getting from all of you. I could mention names from Scott and Joey and on. The list goes on and on. Ed, but it's heartening and inspiring for me to get that feedback. So feel free to continue your support in words, in GoFundMe, those kinds of things, because I am actually using them, and books are now going to press as a direct result of your feedback to me. And I truly appreciate it, because my purpose is to write.
And let's go ahead and give out that GoFundMe address again. It's GoFundMe.com.
GoFundMe.com / and then my name, Richard Allen Miller / And if you want to support by purchasing my books, that's my source of income. And that's at oak-publishing.com or richardallenmiller.com, ALAN. And I appreciate everybody, because I am going to try to retain the true sense of balance in things. And I can tell you, I don't know what's really going on. NASA just published a wonderful picture of the dark side of the moon. And as far as I can tell from those pictures, Earth and the moon are round. They're not flat. So while that's one experiment they were going to send up a weather balloon with cameras. That was on a GoFundMe out of England. They stopped that nonsense. But basically, they're trying to form a valid argument. And the fact is, the way our optics work and the way our minds work, and optics in our brain, who knows what's real? That's how bad our sense of reality is. Is it flat or round? Well, it's both.
It's like our perception of color. When we see a color of an object, that's not where the color of the object is. That's the color that the object isn't.
And there are people that have dysfunction with their vision, so red is actually experienced differently than someone else's red. And we make the assumption that we all agree that's red and that's blue. Well, the distinction between red, blue, and green become more convoluted when you realize there are different kinds of filters going on. And some of them are belief systems. That's what a filter is. It's a belief system. It is a model of the universe, the way you think it is, with assumed truths, like the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. That is no longer true. So what does that do to your information base and the data that you collected on going from, one street light to the next? And then, of course, you have gremlins in the machine. They're going to mess you up that way, too, with a random changing the light structure so that you have to speed to make the light. And then they have a cop waiting for you.
We'll be back after this break.
By now you know that USAPrepares.com is your source for water filtration systems. Here at the farm, we use our water filtration system for drinking, cooking, and for our cats and dogs. Which brand are we using? Well, that would be the ProPure system, because it filters out pathogens, microbes, chlorine, and fluoride. Multiple sources indicate that fluoride is responsible for lowering our IQs by 5%. Now, how many of you would like to sign up for a lower IQ? USAPrepares.com offers ProPure water filtration systems and accessories at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate. We buy them by the pallet loads and pass the savings on to you. And if you're outside of Missouri, there's no sales tax. And if this appeals to you, visit usaprepares.com. That's usaprepares.com. You can order online, and we have the ProPure water filtration systems in stock, ready to ship. usaprepares.com. ProPure water filtration systems at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate.
Are you tired of commuting to a job that makes someone else rich? Working harder than ever, but getting nowhere? Do you hate spending hundreds of dollars every week on daycare? Having someone else raise your children? With our opportunities, you can start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss, work from home, and live a happier life. At Be the Boss Network, you'll find hundreds of work-from-home opportunities that you can literally start today and be earning money as soon as next week. Go to freedom106.com and start earning money as soon as next week. Get to be the boss. Get out of the rat race. Work from home. Go to freedom106.com right now and change your life today. That's freedom106.com. Go to freedom106.com and start earning money as soon as next week. You be the boss. Go to freedom106.com.
Have you ever felt like the United States government knows way too much about your financial affairs? I continue to hear stories about property seizures, frozen bank accounts, confiscation of stocks and bonds. It makes me wonder if the U.S. citizen will ever again have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Unfortunately, with the Drug and Money Laundering Act, the IRS Revenue Ruling 6045 of 1984, and the Trading with the Enemy Act and Franklin D. Roosevelt's Executive Order of 1933, some precious metal holdings are subject to government intervention. For this reason, Midas Resources has prepared a report explaining the boundaries of trading precious metals privately. Whether if you have any intention of trading with Midas Resources or not, I have instructed my representatives to give this report out free. Call for your free copy at 1-800-686-2237. When investing, always proceed with caution. Again, call 1-800-686-2237. Exercise your legal right to trade metals privately. 1-800-686-2237.
Hey, Berkey Guy here. Are you still drinking unfiltered tap water? Does your water contain chlorine or fluoride? Will you have drinkable water in an emergency? The Berkey Guy is here to help you remove these and other potential contaminants from your water, thus helping you drink clean, purified water. We offer Berkey water purification systems at the lowest available prices online. Don't go another moment without Berkey system. Over the last 10 years, we've helped thousands drink clean, purified water. Join them by visiting goberkey.com or call me, the Berkey Guy, at 877-886-3653. That's 877-886-3653.
This is Dan Pilla. Do you owe the IRS money you can't pay? Are tax debts crippling you? I've defended people from the IRS for over 30 years. I've helped thousands, and I can help you too. I wrote the book on IRS settlement, and I'm telling you, there's no such thing as a hopeless case. Call 800-34-NO-TAX to finally get free of IRS debt. With the IRS's new programs, there's never been a better time to solve your problem. Call 800-34-NO-TAX. That's 800-34-NO-TAX, or my website, danpilla.com.
This is John Regan at the controls today. We have Dr. Rich and Alan Miller. We've also been talking about computers, and as bad as they are now, I just saw an article, I don't have the date on it. I guess it was a couple of weeks ago, out of the U.S. Naval Research Laboratory, talking about how they've now been able to build a transistor from a single molecule. And
that's crazy. That's where we're going to go with water. Ultimately, it will be water that is our actual computer chip. Most likely is the computer chip in our body.
And making these things smaller just means they can pack more power into a smaller space, and it's kind of like, what the heck do they need more power for now? Because what they have, is already controlling enough.
Well, it's like a dog that licks its genitals. Why does it do that? Because it can. I mean, there it is. What's behind that door? The curiosity of wanting to open it and take a look-see. That's the cat that, got its own tail burned. You got to be really careful about that kind of thing. Technology is a double-edged sword, and it cuts both ways. And that's what we always need to remember when they turn that switch on and off with nuclear power plants. That is crazy that we're still doing that, and it's all about money. Who cares on the collateral damage? And there will be collateral damage. So what? There's too many people in the world, right?
Yeah, I need to dig up that Bill Gates video where he's talking about how by increasing the healthcare and vaccines for Africa, we can reduce the population.
Yeah, that's pretty straightforward.
And he said,
pretty straightforward. They tried doing that with unregulated birth control in India, and look what happened there.
Yeah, if you ever get a map and draw a circle around India and China and realize how many people are living in that small of a space, it's kind of mind-boggling. You get, what was it, 2 or 3 billion right there?
For me is when I went to Mexico City last year. That was mind-boggling. I have never seen anything like that, ever.
Now, why don't you tell us about that?
Well, Mexico City is 100 miles of solid ghetto. That's like going from Grants Pass to Roseburg. In all that whole thing, it's a solid ghetto of people instead of mountains where we have nothing in the Kamiapsis, in Oregon. It's I've never seen anything like that. I've been to New York City. I've been to L.A. It's not like L.A. or New York City. We're talking about, 26 million people in one little spot. And I saw ghettos, which were, had, gates and barrios separating one group of houses from another. And I saw gangs running. And yet, in all of it, I saw the children were all happy because their families were still intact. As long as the mother was alive, the children were happy. And the breakup of the American family, we now have 2 generations without a whole family. And the children and these 2 generations have absolutely no direction or a sense of purpose.
Yeah, and they broke up the community as well. They broke up the family, and people had to go to other places to make a living. And it used to be you knew who your neighbors were. Now, a lot of the times, you don't even know what your neighbors look like.
So I've been invited back to Chicago by an alderman that would like me to set up gangsta urban farming. These gangs realize there's no hope for them anymore. However,
let's talk about that when we get back from the break.
We've all heard the news stories. Another shooting, and they're getting worse. That's why Infidel Body Armor introduces Infidel Fridays, exclusive 24-hour insider deals to save you money and possibly save your life. Make it a favorite when you log on to InfidelBodyArmor.com. Then be sure to visit each and every Infidel Friday to get special insider pricing, but for 24 hours only. That's InfidelBodyArmor.com. Infidel Body Armor. Just won't quit.
We the people grow cotton, weave fabric, engrave ink, embed strips and fibers to protect from counterfeit, then carting to a private bank, having it lent back at interest, forcing taxes to service debt. This capitalism, or was Jefferson correct when stating a central bank issuing the public currency is a greater menace to the liberties of the people than a standing army? Ted Anderson, I'm placing a free silver dollar in a book that explains our monetary system. Call for your copy, 800-686-2237. It's time to understand the system. Call 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237.
Don't complain about your cable bill going up and up and up. Do something about it. Grab a pencil and jot down this special number, 1-855-905-MY-TV. The more cable TV rates go up, the better digital satellite TV looks. Say goodbye to the cable guy and get more of your favorite channels in 100% digital quality for less money. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. Sign up for packages starting as low as $19.99, and there's no equipment to buy. You get free HD TV upgrade, a free DVR upgrade, and free professional installation. You control what you watch when you watch it. Record your favorite shows, pause and rewind live TV, even skip the commercials. Watch local channels too. At just $19.99, what are you waiting for? Pull out your major credit or debit card. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV. Say goodbye to the cable guy. Cut costs and get more. 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV.
The human body is more than 60% water. Your brain and muscles are 75% water. And your blood is 92% water. Water's vital to your body, and alkalizing your water is the key to keep it running at its best. AlkaVision Plasma pH drops keep your entire body healthy, boosts energy, promotes weight loss, and even fights cancer. Call 800-518-7615 or go to alkavision.com to find out more. That's ALKAvision.com.
For over 5 years, you've been hearing about the Berkey guy, so you may know a few things about him. For example, you are well aware of the superior quality and effectiveness of Berkey water filters and accessories. But did you know the Berkeys have had independent lab tests done to prove just how effective they are? It's true, and he can email you the test results. Just visit goberkey.com. You may also know that the Berkey guy has helped tens of thousands of people get better prepared. Now here's something you may not know. GoBerkey.com has amazing specials and deals all the time on a wide variety of survival and preparedness products, most ready to ship same day. Visit the Berkey guy at GoBerkey.com and be sure to click the red Products on Sale Now button. You can always call toll-free 877-886-3653. Again, that's 877-886-3653. GoBerkey.com, home of the Berkey guy.
Hi, this is Ted Anderson. Have you ever wondered why banks, stockbrokers, investment advisors won't talk about gold IRAs? They've been available since 1986, yet the financial industry won't recognize the value of gold for your retirement. Gold has outperformed paper investments, yet no word about IRAs. If you would like to have gold for your retirement, call 800-686-2237. Don't get left behind by rising inflation and low returns. Call 800-686-2237. Secure your future and call 1-800-686-2237.
Extend your life with Extendovite.
Hey neighbor, what are you doing digging? You had a heart attack last year.
Oh, I know. I was told no more hard labor.
Then why are you digging?
Well, I've been taking Extendovite. It's been approved to help my heart.
Extendovite? Is that a new drug?
No, not a drug. It's more like an herbal combination made from garlic and cayenne.
Herbal? How can that help?
Well, actually, we've taken herbs for thousands of years, and Extendovite is doing the job for me.
Does your doctor know about Extendovite?
Yeah, my doctor knows, and he said it seems to be working for you, so don't stop taking it. I feel great taking Extendovite. I don't want to stop.
To order, call 1-877-928-8822. That's 1-877-928-8822, or visit our website at heartdrop.com.
Extend your life with Extendovite.
This is John Regan with Dr. Richard Allen Miller. And, yeah, I kind of hate to do this because it might ruin our reputation with good news. I made a post Tuesday, August 11th, and under the preparedness section, the first couple of items talks about something happening locally here in Dallas. The first link has a video from the local news where they were interviewing the Dallas Urban Farms. The second link is a link for Dallas Urban Farms. And what they're doing is they're putting aeroponics units on top of buildings in Dallas and growing food within the city. So
that is happening in New Jersey, New York City, and points on the East Coast, right? They have skyscraper buildings that have cafeterias in the center of them to feed the building, and what they're trying to do is produce some of the food right directly from the sunlight hitting the top of the building is a land use kind of thing. Whether it's going to work or not, I'm optimistic because Chattanooga is doing that with their restaurants. And I don't know what all the future holds, except that our relationship to food must change. And I felt that could be best started with children at the age of 4, where they were empowered to pay it forward in feeding adults, homeless, and the like, with creating wildflowers and things they enjoy. I have an exceptional video with a big planter box saying, children grow it better. And it's true. I have seen, here in Grants Pass, we have a thing called Spark, which is primarily for autistic children, making bedding plants, and how these children can do better bedding plants for the community than master gardeners. I have to tell you, they're cheaper and they're better. The ones that the children do actually seemingly work. This is an argument for the importance of intent and what goes on inside the imagination of a child as it creates reality. And so food needs to be considered a recreational sport, part of our divine right, rather than a chore or something we let someone else do. And at this juncture, the correct approach to all of this would be a community-supported agriculture, CSA program, where you have a local grower that is contracted with you to grow some of the food you use every day. And your garden, or little attempt at it, could be with flowers and or pharmacy, where you are growing your own heart medicine. I think the more we start focusing on these kinds of things, the way better our society in the elimination of pharmaceutical houses and how they have essentially taken over our health and medicine.
Yeah, and while these don't provide enough to prevent famine yet, at least it's a step in the right direction. And then when you have food produced this way, you get minerals in there that's not in the soil, and they're allowed to ripen.
There's more going on than that too. You know, the intent of what you're trying to do and why. All of that plays a role in the quality of the food you produce. All of it.
And so much of the food we have now has to travel so far that it's picked before its time.
And it was done by machines rather than human beings. And there is a difference in terms of economy of scale. If you want to get grossed out, that where you lock it up against, you do samsora and chicken production scene. And that ought to gross you out on how chickens are not treated as animals. They're treated like a grain of wheat. And you realize that almost everything in the universe is food related or food chain related. Even dolphins that are more highly evolved in some ways than man are food for orca. So it's a metaphor in our relationship to things and the scheme of everything in the universe and where we belong in that food chain. It's important that we realize position in things. We're not that superior to anything anymore. And that there are actual mammals out there, probably more evolved than men.
Well, at least they don't go around building nuclear plants.
Excuse me. I had a sneeze come on. Welcome to geoengineering. I just want to remind everybody of the massive thing this weekend down in Reading with the geoengineering conference with John B. Wells and Dane Wigington and others. I'm hoping more people go down there and voice their opinion in representing our values of what's important and accountability of who's doing it and why and who's paying for it. And what are they dumping in our atmosphere? Right now, I can look at the trees in the forest around me, and they're all dying because of aluminum and barium oxide. Where did that come from? It's in everything, including me. I am currently in a program with Norm Shealy and others trying to bioremediate this crap out of my body. Norm has a co-curcumin 95 that is mostly turmeric. I am using also a seaweed, brown algae, metaphyllin. Stay tuned on how this all works.
Yeah, I was on with Dr. Shealy yesterday, and we had a little discussion about that too. So if you want to listen more about Dr. Shealy's experience, you can get the archives from yesterday. Rick, before the last break, you were just starting to tell us about Chicago.
Well, Chicago has a bunch of barrios of gangsters. They're gangs that have no future, and they know it, and they want something more for their children. It is extremely heartwarming to realize that even these criminal types that want something more, we all do. We're all human and want to do truly the right thing. There's very little true evil in this world. It's like it gets mixed up with intentionality, and what does, it does not happen. But ultimately, I'm finding that all of us want approximately the same thing, and that we get confused and distracted, and then are lost in hopelessness. And those are the enemies that Castaneda talked about: fear, power, clarity, and then finally the fourth enemy, old age. Too old to even be able to do anything about it. So here we are at the end.
And I might just say that, if you aren't already connected to somebody doing these things, if you can't start it yourself, do a search.
Start with yourself. You're not supposed to be worried about someone else. It starts with yourself, and your children are watching you, seeing how you do it. That's why you're doing it, so that there is a continuity of concept being passed on. And if you're going to be complacent and ignorant, there it is. That's what I'm excited about with Chicago, is that some of these gangs are realizing that their most important resource is, in fact, their children. That is the wealth of our country.
And, I guess the biggest thing I'd say is, don't wait, because the fuse has been lit.
Well, it's already milliseconds to midnight kind of thing, We already have radiation radiating. So there it is. Not the fear of it. It is happening literally.
A few years ago, I read where if you took a teaspoonful of plutonium atoms and put that in the water supply for New York City, that would transform New York City into a ghost town.
It is already beginning to happen everywhere in Tokyo. 48% of the children in Tokyo now have thyroid anomalies. 48%.
And while the Pacific Ocean's larger than the water supply of New York City, there was a whole lot more plutonium than 1 teaspoon in Reactor 3.
And there's more than just plutonium going on here. There's strontium-90, cesium-137. There's a whole list of isotopes that have been released. So here we are, the end of days, and we have choices. That's what we need to be focused on. And I can tell you it isn't going to be Hillary Clinton that pulls this off. She's only going to make it worse, just like Obama. None of these statesmen have any right to be representing the United States. They are not our finest and best. How dare them offer these candidates as our choices? How dare them? That's my challenge. How dare them?
You know, back in the early day of this email scandal, before the classified information was proved, they discovered that Hillary doesn't even know how to operate a fax machine.
Well, you know, she didn't care whether Lewinsky swallowed or not. This is all crazy making and does not represent our finest and best in America. How dare them put these up as candidates for our choice?
We'll be back after this break.
How many of you want to learn how to dig up bugs, worms, and raise crickets for food? Do you prefer to eat them dried and crunchy or while still alive? Well, you won't have to if you can defend your food supply from predators. You may want to get an AR-15 kit from guns80.com and build your own AR-15 rifle from a kit. If you can legally own a rifle, you can purchase this AR-15 kit. If you're handy, you can complete the rifle in about an hour. The kit comes with all the parts you're going to need to build your rifle, but you'll need a drill press. And survivalists need one anyway. The Guns80.com team purchased the same used floor-standing drill press that I have for $100. You can too. And when you're finished, you'll have a paperwork-free AR-15 rifle, a drill press, drill bits, and the knowledge to maintain your AR-15 rifle, all for less than you expect. So if you want a paperwork-free AR-15 parts kit like mine, visit Guns80.com, Guns80.com, and let the unprepared have our share of the bugs.
KDArmor.com is your one-stop shop for the most affordable body armor, period. With packages starting at $169.99 and free shipping on every order. KD offers soft armor and rifle threat rated armor up to level 4. Go to KDArmor.com and get your body armor today while you still can. Mention this ad and receive a free tactical scarf for a limited time with any body armor package. That's CATIarmor.com. Come and take it.
Healthy, organic, fresh fish, robust, mouth-watering vegetables, all from your home. It's called aquaponics. This brilliant, self-sustaining protein and veggie system is perfect for year-round growing. Know exactly where your food is coming from. Aquaponicssource.com is the one-stop shop for all your needs. Fish, fish food, plumbing, full systems, classes, and more. Learn to build your own system. Go to aquaponicssource.com for a free guide to aquaponics. That's aquaponicssource.com.
Did you know that drinking pure, high-alkaline water is one of the most important factors in maintaining high energy and vibrant health? Most experts agree that the water you drink should be at a pH level of 8 or higher. AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops, available only at alkavision.com, combine a unique formula of only the most alkaline minerals. AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops alkalize your water, ridding the body of harmful toxins, and helps you regain health and energy. Alkalizing your water by simply adding 10 drops of AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops helps the body rid itself of acidic waste, increases oxygen content, and raises the pH of your body to healthy levels. And bacteria and viruses cannot survive in an alkaline high pH environment. Order your bottle of AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops for only $29.95 at alkavision.com. That's ALKAvision.com. Or call 269-409-1776. 269-409-1776. Alkalize your body. Supercharge your health at alkavision.com today.
KDArmor.com is your one-stop shop for the most affordable body armor, period. With packages starting at $169.99 and free shipping on every order. KD offers soft armor and rifle threat rated armor up to level 4. Go to KDArmor.com and get your body armor today while you still can. Mention this ad and receive a free tactical scarf for a limited time with any body armor package. That's CATIarmor.com. Come and take it.
As if chlorine in our water weren't bad enough, now they're adding ammonia?
It's true. Some municipalities are now adding ammonia plus chlorine to your water supply. It's a disinfectant called chloramine. But with a trusted Big Berkey water filter, you can keep chloramine out of your water. New NSF EPA certified lab tests show EPA Berkey water filters remove chloramines, pharmaceuticals, BPA, pesticides, bacteria and viruses, all forms of fluoride, and much more. Big Berkey water filters are the original and most trusted on the market, the gold standard in water purification. And our filters last for years at less than 2 cents per gallon. Big Berkey, the one that's powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water. Get your Big Berkey today. Call 1-877-99-BERKEY or click BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. That's 1-877-99-BERKEY. Big Berkey Water Filters, for the love of clean water.
Affordable health insurance was the promise of Obamacare, but for many, the government mandate caused more problems than it solved. And I want to tell you about a truly affordable alternative, Liberty HealthShare. Liberty HealthShare bypasses doctor and hospital panels, giving you the freedom to choose 100% coverage up to $1 million per year per occurrence, who includes dental, vision, pharmacy, and holistic care. Call 1-800-714-6993, 1-800-714-6993, 1-800-714-6993 today.
This is John Regan of the FinancialStateOfTheUnion.com. We have Dr. Richard Allen Miller, Richard Allen, A-L-A-N, Miller.com. And Rick, I just want to talk about briefly how I handle things. You know, I'm sitting here looking at hundreds of articles a week of some pretty nasty things going on in this world. And the way I handle things is I've been working on this attitude of gratitude, so anytime I get to take a hot shower, I'm thankful. Having indoor plumbing, turning the faucet on, and especially this time of year in Dallas when the low overnight doesn't even get down to 80 degrees, I'm grateful for that air conditioning. And there's so much we just take for granted, and if you can back up and build that gratitude in there, it helps make things better.
I think that we all need each other, and we all need each other, including me, to keep each other honest. And I appreciate all of your comments when you send me email and things. You have no idea, but it actually helps me grow and mature and develop my own sense of things. And I truly appreciate all of it and wanted to thank everybody for their participation in that regard. Really means a lot to me.
Well, we just have 2 or 3 minutes left today. How would you like to wrap up?
I don't know. How did Suspicious Observer put it? Eyes open. You be careful out there. Well, that's a good way to end things. Eyes open. You be careful out there. What's that? No fear. Yeah, no fear. That's it. No fear. That's the first enemy. And we have divine right. That was Grace Thorne typing in here. She says hi to you, by the way. So, I have my friends that come by and try to listen live while we do my home. I'm very lucky and very blessed to have the friends I do. Just want to personally thank everybody for helping me make the monster I'm becoming. I'm out to the vengeance, man. I'm going to go get him. Get you. That's a little Debbie Harry and the man from Mars.
Well, at least next week you'll you'll have Vincent back.
Maybe and maybe not. It's hard to say where Vincent's going to be coming in at. I'll bet he's got his attitude from what he's been doing today. The weather is wrong, and there needs to be more accountability on why.
After we had all that rain back in May, we've now gone more than a month without hardly any rain at all.
This is in Dallas.
In Dallas.
Yeah.
But we've got some lakes now just flipping over to the negative sign a tad. We're not in bad shape in that regard, but we are getting more and more drought in Texas. We've now got I think like 9 million people affected by drought, whereas 3 weeks ago it was down to 0. But the good news is those overfull lakes are coming down. We've only got one in the area that's more than 10 feet above normal, and Lake Texoma is just under 10 feet. So that was something that was needed to get those lakes back down so that when rains do come through here, we don't have the floods like we did.
Right.
But it's wild, and it's been a roller coaster ride.
Anyway, thank you, everybody, for helping cue me up and prepping me for all of this so that I can make presentations and talk about things that we need to talk about now. Distractions, always about distractions. Thanks, John.
And thanks for being with us.
My pleasure.
Remember, class, honesty and integrity. What happens next is up to you.
By now you know that USAPrepares.com is your source for water filtration systems. Here at the farm, we use our water filtration system for drinking, cooking, and for our cats and dogs. Which brand are we using? Well, that would be the ProPure system, because it filters out pathogens, microbes, chlorine, and fluoride. Multiple sources indicate that fluoride is responsible for lowering our IQs by 5%. Now, how many of you would like to sign up for a lower IQ? USAPrepares.com offers ProPure water filtration systems and accessories at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate. We buy them by the pallet loads and pass the savings on to you. And if you're outside of Missouri, there's no sales tax. And if this appeals to you, visit USAPrepares.com. That's USAPrepares.com. You can order online, and we have the ProPure water filtration systems in stock, ready to ship. USAPrepares.com. ProPure water filtration systems at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate.
Do you have difficulty taking supplements? Are you searching for a high-quality, complete nutritional drink that your whole family will love? NutriMedical's Life Support has arrived. All of your daily nutritional requirements in one quick, delicious drink. Dr. Bill Deagle's Life Support is a proprietary blend of vegan protein, activated vitamins, essential minerals, amino acids, probiotics, green tea, digestive enzymes, anti-inflammatories, cancer prevention, detoxification, and much more. Your body will high-five you for this one. Life Support is the best complete nutrition meal replacement on the market. Whether you are an elite athlete, have post-operative challenges, chronic illness, elderly, or a family that just wants a quick, delicious drink, try Dr. Bill Deagle's Life Support for optimized nutrition in one great tasting smoothie. Just add cold water, almond milk, fruit, or anything else you like. NutriMedical's Life Support. Try our great tasting chocolate or vanilla today. Call 888-212-8871 or visit us online at NutriMedical.com. NutriMedical.com for the whole family.